I'm leaving the Bahamas towards the Dominican Republic. The first hurricane is forming, so it is time to get out. I just put up the mainsail. I'm now still inside the reefs, so it's easier. I'm gonna try to sail as much as I can. 2 more miles and then I'm in the open ocean, and then hopefully can turn off the engine. I'm starting off with 1 reef. I do not feel comfortable yet to go with full main, but let's see how everything goes. I'm going to try to keep the tow rail above the waterline because I feel more comfortable like that when I'm alone. This is the first trip I'm doing with a Garmin InReach Mini. What an amazing technology that you can send messages when you don't have internet. It just seems good when the hurricane is coming that I can actually get some weather forecasting from friends and message them and know what's going on. This day really turned out to be a fantastic day for sailing. Calm seas, doing 4 or 5 knots. I am totally happy. Got 1 big ship coming closer. I still find it pretty scary. That's not good. My bilge pump is going off for the 3rd time. Here you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but look at the top, there's still backflow. I don't know why. It should be higher as the waterline. I have to try to make it even higher. So it's a little harder to work on the way on the boat instead of when you're on anchor. So I'm not saying that this solution is going to be forever, but I just added a piece of hose, and well, that was, it still had backflow. So I just add well, now it's a loop. It's not supposed to be a loop, but I don't want to cut and everything here. So I have it, it goes even higher there. So let's see how this goes. It's almost dark. I've decided not to stop but to continue. I'm motor sailing with the main and the jib out. And yeah, I have to go along Long Island for tonight, so I do not think I will sleep because I'm a little afraid of, I don't know, autopilot stopping or something and then the boat turning towards shore. But I'll catch up with it tomorrow. It was a bit of a rough night. It was really beating into the waves. It was supposed to be a lot calmer, but it wasn't. The anchor sometimes came up and down, and it adds a lot of stress to the bowsprit, so I need to tighten it differently. And I'm quite tired now. I don't really want to go on deck when the boat's going from left to right, hang over and then try to strap something around it. It's not worth it. So I turned around, so now it's nice and calm. Going 10 miles back, going to an anchorage, gonna fix these things, get some sleep, and then continue most likely tomorrow. I just made a quick stop at Crocodile Island to get some fuel. It's an interesting place. It's really quiet. This is some kind of hotel resort, well, behind this building. And then the very blue ocean. This is a landing strip, which seems to be for private planes, I think. I'm not sure. and here are a bunch of fisher boats. I parked my dinghy at the wrong spot where the marina wasn't, so now I'm getting the royal ride back with the jerry jugs to the dinghy. I was like, let's do it fast to be here before closing time because I want to continue tomorrow. I was like, let's not put a floor in the dinghy, and obviously I didn't take my paddle and everything. So now I can go back without a floor and heavy weight in it. That was not the smartest thing I've ever done in my life. The good thing about not having a floor is that I found one of my leaks. I'm on the way again. I had a good 9 hours of sleep. I feel a lot less like a zombie than yesterday. Yeah, let's see how far we can get today. My newer autopilot is malfunctioning. Luckily I still have the old one installed, so I'm using the old one now. I just have to walk in the boat to turn it on and off. I wonder what's wrong. It looks like my autopilot drive unit is not working anymore. Oh, now it does. Weird. Keeps spinning. That's strange. I have a spare one. These things always seem to happen at a time where it's most inconvenient. I guess it could be worse. It's still somewhat calm. Yeah, it's quite hard to fix it and hand steer at the same time, but I will have to try. Worst case scenario, I have to turn around and go back to the anchorage, or keep hand steering for the day. I guess I can do that. It might have gotten wet. I'm quite close to a reef, so I got to be a bit careful. What I did is I just loosely connected a new one that I have, and just trying it out by holding it there with my hands before I try to solder it. Sorry, can't do too many things at the same time. It seems to work. I'm gonna try this for a while and otherwise solder it. I'm so happy with the last order that I bought a spare unit. I considered buying two, and I should have done that, but whatever, at least I have one. So I got everything ready, and I'm gonna try to solder it on the way. There's a little pin here in one of those two holes. Here's a tiny one that the new one doesn't have. So I'm epoxying a nail in this side, and then I just slide the new one over the nail, but I need to wait a couple hours for the epoxy to dry. Today I am motoring really close along the shore in the hope to get a bit of protection, because the waves really stop my boat if they get bigger. Just put the autopilot on, so now I'm gonna, well, seems like it works perfectly. When the autopilot works again, I can make myself a cup of coffee. I'm almost at Atwood Harbor. Notice that my alternator was rattling a bit. I look at here and this thing is broken. That's not good. best thing I can come up with is to drill a hole further down, and then it'll still fit. If you've seen one video earlier, you noticed that I had a lot of water in the boat, and now this is wet. So I did put it in the electricity, and I turned it on, and I got like electrocuted, so that's not good. So I'm gonna inflate the dinghy and ask if my neighbor has a drill that I can borrow. Neighbor came out to say, hello, just when I was pumping up the dinghy, and I've borrowed his drill now. Okay, it's a little shorter here now, but it fits perfectly. Here, it doesn't reach until here anymore, but that's okay. This is far enough. Since I'm busy anyway, under my diesel filter there's this aluminum piece where if there's water in, it will come there. So I took a bit out, and as you can see, on the bottom there's a different substance floating. So that must be a bit of water. Who are you guys?
Hey, welcome to Rum Tot. This is Chris, and that's Amy, and we're out here at Atwood Harbor in the Bahamas, and making new friends and having some drinks.
Hey, you guys got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, a little YouTube.
What is it?
Amy and Chris Sailing. Check it out.
Amy and Chris Sailing. Nice to meet you guys, and thank you so much for the drill.
Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah, cheers.
Here's to making new friends on the go. It's the best part.
Thanks guys for last night. I am on the way again. On the way again. So happy I stopped at that anchorage, because that could have been a really big problem if I would have not fixed that anchor, the alternator. So yeah, now I feel a lot safer to continue. I'm gonna slow down a bit because that big freighter over there is coming pretty close. Behind me is Mayaguana. The wind is supposed to be southeast, so then the island would block the waves, and I would be really easy to motor sail with the main up along the island, and then turn across the point and then fully sail again. However, the wind is more east, so I'm still into the waves. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. So yeah, I think a couple more hours, then it's dark. Hopefully tomorrow morning I'm at the Turks and Caicos Bank. Another reason why it's nice to be close to land is that this is the last island in the Bahamas, and I still have a little bit of internet here, so I can download the last weather forecasts. For I don't have internet anymore until the Dominican Republic. I forgot to say, what is supposed to happen here is the island lee effect. So now I cannot sail because the wind is on the nose. But when it gets dark, the land will cool down, and when you're close enough to land, the land will pull in winds in the land direction. And yeah, that should for me be able to sail then, but if that's actually going to happen, I'm going to tell you tomorrow morning. It's so dark, you cannot see anything besides the light of the boat, and soon I'm going around the corner and then I can finally sail again. Yeah, I've never done it in so dark. A little scared to go around the corner, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Good morning. Well, that lee shore rule that I read did not work. So it was motoring into the waves. Now I'm sailing. I'm gonna put the motor off now. Just been able to, the wind shifted, so now I can sail again. Now cloudy, that actually looks like it might turn into a squall, so you gotta be a bit careful. It's a red sky in the morning, which is generally not a really good sign. But we know there's a hurricane coming over, but I should be far enough away. Let's try to make some speed. I'm sitting here next to the main sheet because I don't know what's gonna happen, if the wind is gonna really pick up now due to the clouds or not. But this is what I learned last time, that I can be pretty full with sails, and then if the wind really picks up, I release the main sheet and the boat will go straighter and I can make the sail smaller. So I'm gonna stay sitting here until this this wind and weather calms down. According to the predictions, it's supposed to be dead calm right now. No wind, flat seas. I've decided to go to the Turks and Caicos banks. Earlier I thought I should go around it, but I'm going there anyway, hoping to have a little bit more comfortable ride. However, I have to pay more care there not to hit anything, and I cannot do it in the dark. So yeah, should be there in 3 hours. I've done this and I'm here now, and this is the entrance to the Turks and Caicos banks. In order to arrive in any bank where there's a big part of shallow water that goes every day back and forth into deep water, you have to time it really well to be an hour before or an hour after high or low tide. Otherwise, at a lot of cuts, they call it a cut, an entrance to a bank, you might have a really difficult or dangerous situation. Okay, I'm closer to the Turks and Caicos banks now. The sea has calmed down, it's a lot nicer now. This trip I am motoring or motor sailing a lot, sadly. That is because in the Caribbean, if you go from east to west, that's the easy trip. That's fun, that's nice, that's with the wind. But if you want to get there to the east, a lot of people come from Europe, so they come from north. But if you wanna see the east, then you are in the west, and you have to go from west to east. And doing that is like, the sea is like every time telling you, stop, you're going in the wrong direction, turn around. It's like you're going against the waves, against the current, and with a like really mild sea, that's okay. But when it's a little less than mild, like last night and earlier today, it's just so tough. And especially for a small boat like this, who will go over the first wave and not over the second. The second wave will stop the boat, and the third wave will stop the boat. Or a boat with a longer water line might fall on the second wave and then on the third wave and have it a bit easier, and have also a bit more auxiliary power to actually motor through. It's not easy for this boat, but yeah, it just takes a little longer. We'll get there eventually. In an hour I'm going through the entrance of the Turks and Caicos banks. I'm not actually going to explore the Turks and Caicos this year because apparently it's really expensive and I do need to go out of the hurricane zone, and before I do that I do still want to visit the Dominican Republic. But since I'm here anyway, I might as well go through the bank and see some of it and anchor at one place. I'm going to end the video here because otherwise it's getting a bit long, but let me give you a little preview of what happened shortly after and what you're going to see in the next video. Okay, my engine just stopped working. That's not good. The wind is now dying here. I was almost at the bank for the entrance. I cannot go in there on a sail. Not sure what to do. Okay, this thing is stuck and it was squeaking, so it's just broken. I honestly don't know what to do. I am hove to now, so at least I am steady, so I can take a few hours of sleep before some wind will come, and then I guess I'll just have to go.